Okay, I believe the music should be fine, high enough, not more than this. Just do like some basic configuration and we are ready to go. Okay. Okay, everything should be ready now. Let's just open some stuff right here real quick and we will be ready to go and check the KVK out. Okay, that being said, it's time for me to collect just a little bit of gold now. Meanwhile, also... Yeah, we'll be spectating the KVK, so as much as I want to, I really cannot collect gems right now. I wish I could collect gems, but we just gotta spectate the KVK, man. I could technically spectate from my well, I could technically spectate from my farm account. I don't know if that's even possible. Well, it is possible. Yeah, I guess for the moment we'll just one more day that we are not exactly gonna be farming gems. We're just gonna spectate the KVK. It's too much of a beautiful KVK to not miss, man. Even though, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump to my farm account. It's gonna be a lot easier to do it that way. So I'll be streaming from my farm account. Meanwhile, what I can do is I can use my main account to basically farm gems. Here, so let's go to the main account, to the farm account right here. Hello Yelson, how are you doing today, my brother? Give me just a second, guys. We will be going into the KVK straight up. I'm sorry for being late. I just had to go to the dentist today as well, so as much as I wanted to, I really couldn't join any sooner. That being said, time to go and check out what is going on with 1960 and the rest of the crew. I have no idea how things are going, honestly. To being said, I haven't checked any videos. I don't know who's winning, who's losing. I literally don't have any idea. We're gonna go and see right now. What the hell is... Come on. Come on. Don't do that to me, game. Let's go. I'm really curious to know what's going on over here. Each stage of Cock Rock is giving me like 120,000 crystals. Lol. Lol. Wait, so when you say that you're doing the Cock Rock, brother, are you doing like the easy mode, the hard mode? Like, what mode is it? So I know that the Cock Rock mode, like everything else in the KVK, has like different levels. Now, personally, I can finish like the easy level, like the easy mode levels. I believe the last time I got stuck at the normal mode or something. Fuck, it's not allowing me in anymore. Shit. Come on, game. Wait, you are able to finish hard mode? Let's go, man. Good job. Nice, we're accepted. Okay, so let's see. It's time to go with what Is it Brittany that we are going with? I have no idea. Vern. Okay, so let's see. How are things going right here? It's basically 60 GT over here, and they are fighting what exactly? Okay, so I see. So 60 GT, this is a good idea by the NS77. They have already blocked the level 5 path. This is a great idea about that, man. This is a great idea. Yasin, what level of hard mode are you able to achieve right now? Like, where exactly are you stuck right now, brother? Okay, let me see. I want to go from the side of 1960, honestly. So I want to change the board bone. See how things are going in here. So we are having a fight over here, and we are having a fight over here. Are we? Not. .1960 is actually burning right here. Oh my god, 60 GT is actually hard burning over here. So it seems like 2377 actually has the upper hand, from what I'm noticing. So 1960 is trying to fight only here, basically. Yeah, seems like it. And if anything, 1960 is actually burning everywhere right now. Meanwhile, I'm kind of curious to know what's going on over at the 1093 side. I'm guessing the 1093 technically should have like a huge advantage over JSD, technically. Yeah. It does seem like that is the case. Yeah, it does seem like 1365 is slowly starting to burn. Okay, so this part is technically as predicted. Is the 1960s the part where I personally believe that the 1960s should have been dominating 2377. Well, not dominating, but I do believe that they should have held the advantage. So for 2377 to actually be doing so much better, that's scary as hell. Oh my god. Yeah, these guys are really suffering. These guys are really suffering against 377. I feel for them, but they are dominating on this side right here. Now this is what I call the real KVK, really awesome KVK. Guessing this is 2377 right here. It's actually 60 kg. Meanwhile, what's going on over here? Okay, so 2377 is burning up here, meaning that at least it seems like 1960 does hold the advantage in a way. But I like the strategy from 2377. What they are doing right now is that they know that they are losing this zone right here, and instead what they are doing is that they are trying to spread out the territory as much as possible, building E-force and making it impossible for 1960 to basically gain a lead. So even though the 1960 is winning over here, it's gonna be impossible for them to like burn the whole territory. Like, look at this, like they keep building and building and building. I love this level of activity. It's gonna make it next to impossible for 1960 to even being able to win the side right here, so that they can focus on the center. That being said, we do see 1960 having a small advantage at this side right here, which is good. Oh, it's a small battle in here, not the biggest. Hello, Scutes. How are you doing today, my brother? Okay, there's a small battle happening in these two zones right here. Nothing compared to the main battle. Like the main battlefield is literally right here. But I see that 1960 is low-key trying to gain a little bit on the lead because the strategy of 2377 is amazing. These guys literally teleported to block the road of the level 5 pass for 1960. So whenever they want to or not, this fight cannot end in a draw. 1960 just have to win. 1960 just have to win, and they have to burn 2377 forts to gain the level 5 pass in order to access the next zone. It's a great strategy. Like I wasn't expecting this this thing to happen, honestly. I believe the mic should be fine, right? I haven't tested it, but yeah, it should be fine. The mic's alright. The mic is alright. Yeah, I love this. I love the path taken from 2377. I love this, but the 2377 is like it's a good strategy by them. They blocked the pass, they made it difficult for 1960. Now they have to like divide their forces, and yeah, it's not gonna be easy for 1960. I do believe that they might hold the advantage a little bit later though. Skewed says 1960 will eventually win. They are more about longevity. True, I believe that. But that being said, 2377 are an opponent to actually be scared from. So a lot of people, at least from what I heard, like whenever I saw a poll, I believe it was on the TSN Lambu stream, most of the people actually voted for 2377. Now personally, I know that these guys are scary. I'm a big 1960 fan, so I hope that 1960 is able to win this. But I do understand that they are facing quite a challenge. Skewz, how is your kingdom going meanwhile, brother? Did the are you gonna have you done the merge yet, or is it still too soon? Yeah, okay, we are seeing 1960 actually have a little bit of a lead in here, even though they are fighting into their own territory. Man, this is an amazing KVK to be part of. Sadly, it's not one that I will ever be a part of because it's too much of a scary KVK, but we can still spectate and have a little bit of fun. 3 more days, man. And what are you hoping to, like, once you do the merge, what seed of a kingdom are you hoping to be? This KVK is already amazing. Look at the numbers, look at the fight, look at everything. Now I was checking out that Mr. Hope and White Lion, like those two are actually doing some amazing numbers already. They are having so much fun this KVK, and they had over 1,000 viewers in their YouTube channel. By the way, they were the second most watched YouTube stream after Chisgull. So Chisgull had about 1.3k, and then there was like I believe Mr. Hope and White Lion with about 900 members, and then there was Mr. Cortex with 600 people viewing him, and then there was Pluto Gaming with about 350. So some of the biggest guys, some of the biggest streamers of this game are actually having fun right now in this KVK. I would love to one day maybe join them, but it's probably not gonna happen. Low A or something is what I got told, or something low. You think like the merge is gonna be worth it, man? Do you feel like it's gonna be like good kingdom? Third top 1 YouTuber had over 5k viewers. Wait, who was the top 1 YouTuber? I believe that the first one was Cheese Gold. That was like the biggest one I saw before. Then again, we're talking about the last hour, because before that I was at work, and after work I went to the dentist, so I'm not really I don't know what happened like throughout the whole day. All I know is that for the last 2 hours, I believe Cheese Gold was the biggest one that I saw online. I don't know if there's any bigger guys than Cheese Gold right now streaming this KVK, but I do know that in total there's a lot of people watching it. Like I know Mr. Hope and Wild Lion, they have about 1,000 viewers. I know that Cheese Gold has about 1.3k, something like that, and I know that there's like Cortex and Pluto Gaming. Cortex having like 500 to 600 viewers, and I believe it's Wild Lion. I'm sorry, I believe it's like Pluto Gaming with 350. Hello Foxies, how are you doing today, my brother? Rock, Rise of Kingdoms GPU. Wait, what? What is even that? Who is this guy? I never heard about him. Can someone fill me in about who Rise of Kingdoms GPU is? 1365 is being deleted completely. Yeah, I checked, man. I checked, and truth being said, I had no doubt about it. Like 1093 is way too big for them. I do believe that maybe when this turns into like a full Kingdom KVK, like maybe on the Kingsland, that's probably when 1365 might be able to like fight a little bit with 1093, because they do have 1024 if I'm not mistaken. So these guys are not fighting right now, but whenever they join, something is gonna change for sure. Meanwhile, like 1960 camp, they're just not exactly having the best in here, the best of allies. Wait, I believe they were fighting right here. So this is like the small fight that I'm kind of like taking an interest in. But there's like a huger fight, a bigger fight happening right now between 2377 and 60GD. And truth being said, that the main fight, 2377 is actually having the lead with 1960 burning. 1093 would probably take 1960 or 2377 as well, honestly. I do believe that on 1v1, 1093 would definitely be a challenge to both the kingdoms. Bro, 1365 is way past prime. Was only good when they had like 4 or 5 alliances. They cannot play the 1 or 2 alliance meta. Now 1093 can hang with 2377 and 1960. I disagree a little bit with that. Like I know that 1093 right now is a weak version of what it used to be, but that being said, they are by no means weak enough to not stand in the same category. I do believe that 1960 is slightly better, but between 1093 and 2377, I don't know which one would win, truth being said. Oh, hopefully it doesn't disconnect. Please do not disconnect, because fuck. So what I was trying to access my main account through my phone so I could farm a little bit of gems, but come on, let's go. Okay, we have to like reconnect. Hopefully we are gonna allowed to be in. I'm doing my cock rock right now. What level have you reached, brother? Yeah, they would. 93 would only struggle in downtime. Yeah, I agree a little bit more with Scutes in the sense that I do believe that 1960 would have like a rough fight with 1093. Like those guys are not out of the question just yet. Yes, they are like a weaker version of whatever they used to be, but they are not by no means weak. Yeah, fuck. 93 do not have the spenders, troops, or speed ups resources to do anything. After 2 or 3 days they will be tapped. Like 1960 and 2377 are a new level of kingdoms. No kingdom can fight them and win after 1960 and 2377 is 93, but much below. Agree to disagree a little bit in that, man, and I feel like 1093 this KVK will actually surprise all of you. Like, these guys are not out of the question just yet. Yes, I do believe that 1093 are undisputed. Like, even between 2377 and 1960, I do believe that 1960 is gonna come out on top. But I don't believe it, like, the difference is gonna be as big as we make it sound, man. They're fighting right about here. Let's go. Wait, Scoot says 93 are pretty much on the same level as they were when they beat 60 a few KVKs back. Just more consolidated, higher general quality. I don't believe that they're as high as that level. Like, they had a bigger level of members and a bigger level of activity back then, and that was what is actually got them to win the KVK at the end. But I do believe they're like at a really good position for sure. I would say, like, if compared to that version, maybe 1093 is somewhere around 60 to 70% of that power. I wouldn't say though that they are at 100%, if not better, than whenever they beat 1960. They are not. They lost a lot of members. They almost dropped Imperium, and yeah, like, they were relying on huge numbers before. Now they do not have the huge numbers anymore. They have a little bit more consolidated, like, players, as Cute is saying, because yeah, they got a lot from the disbanding alliances like 2605 and stuff like that. Like, they got Pluto Gaming and everyone else. But I'm sorry, Pluto Gaming is 1960, but I still don't believe that they are at the same level as when they beat 1960. Boxy says, yeah, but you need to remember all the top 93 left and went to GT, like Glock, and all of them left. True. 1093 are not free to play, lol. No, they're not. No, they're not. But they are definitely not the spenders that 1960 is. So I will stay like somewhere in the middle of your arguments. I do believe that 1093 are a lot more powerful than Foxy's believes they are, but I do believe that they're not as strong as they used to be when they beat 1960. 1093 has never relied on whales for the most part. Yes, because they had the huge numbers. They have one player with 400 million power, and after they have like 20 members with 100 power, and then normal 80 power. Of course, that still helps. They do not have the numbers that much anymore. Their strength was in numbers. Now there's 2 alliances, not 4. And GT is way stronger than before. GT is way stronger than before. Now that's a little bit of a... Why would you say the GT is stronger than when they lost versus 1093? Scoot says numbers change to quality, and still they have double the numbers as any other kingdom in the game, give or take. Most of them have pilots now. I guess we will just have to see. Like, we will one day have a second 1093 versus 2377 or 1093 versus 1960, and we can see exactly where they stand. But I do believe that this KVK 1960 and 2377 1960 and 1093 will definitely 100% be winning this KVK. I don't see any possible way for 2377 or 1365 to win this. I'm sorry to say it. Like, I love 2377. I love what they've done with the Alliance. I love what they've done with the Kingdom. I believe that they will be enjoying themselves like a lot in this KVK, but I don't feel like they will be winning it. Even if they're like doing good against 1960, their allies 1365 just is not on the same level as 1093. Like, 1365 just cannot literally fight 1093. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. Of course, by 2 times numbers is useless if they can fight for 2 days and tap out. Like, it's not the same last time. They won the fighting, was even, and they had like 4 alliances. Because right now they have more higher power and much more kill points. 1093 is great at holding. They don't have issues with that. I do believe that they're like pretty powerful, yeah. Of course with force, but in a Kingsland with only flags, it would be hard to hold against 1960 with little to no whales. Well, they held up pretty well the last time, and it's not like they had any whales. They just had the numbers. Like the last time that 1093 fought 1960, they just had like the numbers. They had no whales though, in the sense that they didn't have whales in the sense of 1960 whales. Yeah, they had a few of them, but nothing too big. I'll be honest though, between 1093 fighting 1960, and I would definitely back up 1960. Not because I believe that they will beat them, I do believe that, but it's just because I'm a big, huge 1960 fan, and I do believe that I want 1960 to succeed, man. I want... Look, listen, 1960 was undefeated when I actually came into this game, and I love the idea of them staying undefeated. I love the idea of them staying to this level where they were like almost impossible to beat. Now, last time they had whales, not the same way, but about 20 or 30 200 million power players. Now they have 2 or 3. Still though, right now the quality ain't the big of difference. I do believe that you are not giving 1093 enough credit, Foxes. I don't know, brother. I do believe that they will surprise you this KVK. Of course, there's no way for us to actually understand if 1093 is at the level of 2377 because they have an ally being 1960, meaning that it's never going to be a 1 versus 1. But I do believe that 1093 can definitely give 2377 a run for their money. And the fact that those guys are literally destroying 1365 basically says that. It's impossible for both sides to actually be like in here. Nobody's burning. Let's check what's going on in the main fight. So the main fight should be here, and I believe that if I'm not mistaken 1960 is actually burning right here. Yes, they're actually burning quite a little bit, and there's the main one of the main fights. The other part is right about here where I believe 1960 is still burning. Yes, they are. And the last part where they are actually fighting is in here. So yeah, like 1960 is definitely on the back foot on the main fight. 1960 is definitely on the back foot when it comes to like the main fight, unfortunately, but maybe they managed to turn it around. And what is funny is that even here they're actually burning, which this shouldn't happen. So yeah, the main fight is right about here, even though they're fighting a lot in here trying to clear the ground, because 2377 made a great play, and I keep repeating it. They made like a great play with building their force over here so fast that it was impossible for 1960 to do anything to them. This was a great defense. This was a great thought. This was a great strategy overall. NV21 is a bomb kingdom. They're weirdos. Come to 3069 with us, Foxes. 2675 merging there. 3069, who is that? I've heard of it before. Isn't that like 2268 New Kingdom or something? Yes, that is the Mr. Siege Kingdom, yeah. You should really think about it, man. You should really think about it, Foxes. Like it's a good idea. I would say Scutes is a really good leader. I might say so much. I've played with the guy. I know that the guy doesn't kid around when it comes to the KVK. I know that he's pretty serious about I know that he's pretty serious when it comes to the game. So I don't know the type of kingdom that he's building right now. I don't know if it's a good kingdom or a bad kingdom, but I do know that it's gonna turn into a good kingdom even if it isn't already. Foxy says, to be honest, that's nice. Right now I'm actually looking for a kingdom, but low A is a bit weird. I don't know, I'm in high B right now and want something probably mid A for more fights, but I will think about it, of course. I think going to like a low A for the moment, and maybe, just maybe, because Maybe the kingdom actually upgrades to something better. Scutes, by the way, aren't you like part of the leadership at 3069? Like, where, how are things going over there? Wait, how come you're not a leadership over there, man? Did you take over of the new kingdom and then you're doing a merge with another one? Wait a minute, Scutes. I thought that you were part of the leadership, brother. I thought that you left so you could be part of the leadership somewhere else. What happened? Where did you fail? You guys fighting big KVKs, or are you like a high kingdom? Well, I will let Scutes reply to that. All I know is that Scutes was part of 3269 and he left after having like a small fight with one of the kings in here regarding like a matter which I don't even want to get into details about, but I know that he went into another kingdom wanting to start over. Well, I won't lie, Scutzy, if I were to like ever join your kingdom, I would join it because you were part of leadership. Otherwise, I'm not trusting anyone else too much with that. I know that Walker in 3269 like so far is putting up a good work, and I would love for you to be here as well because I know that you are doing a great job yourself. Personally, I would love to have you back in 3269. Otherwise, I'm not really going anywhere for the time being, for sure. Yeah, it looks fun. My kingdom is really good, but they are a max skip and then Tides of War, or call it Hey Kingdom, not much fights. Man, like so far 1960 is actually on the back foot. 2377 is burning them all over. Like it's burning here, it's yeah, it's burning like here, it's burning here, but now that flag actually got destroyed. I believe it's being rebuilt again. It's not burning in here for sure, but somewhere in here, yeah. It's actually burning everywhere right now. 1960, I don't know what's going on with these guys, but they are getting overpowered. They are getting outmapped by 2377 so far. Now granted, they are for the long run, so nothing is certain yet. I believe that it's too soon to actually declare a winner in this KVK, but I do see that 2377 is basically outbuilding them. They are doing a lot better. Like the territory of 2377 is a lot bigger than the territory of 1960, so I do know for a fact that 1960 will have a rough time trying to fight these guys. Like they're as they're building, like they're fighting at the same time they are also building, which is crazy. Your kingdom is pretty overweight as well, I think. Are you talking about like the kingdom of foxes? It seemed like a pretty decent KVK. Like it seemed like they were doing a pretty decent KVK, to be honest. I feel like they lost for bullshit reasons because they were fighting huge whales and their allies were basically AFK, but it seemed like a really decent KVK. I don't know, a decent kingdom, I mean. No disrespect to Walker, but he's doing a shit job at migration for the most part. Well, it's like we're like a C rank, brother. It's not exactly like we have like thousands of people wanting to join us and we can get to decide which are the best for us to keep. Like I'm guessing that we are having just some people wanting to migrate and we are doing the best we can to get some people over. But I do believe that the last performance was awesome. Like the last performance from our KVK and our kingdom was awesome. We were like the top killers of our coalition, even with A seeds in us. So, you know, I will actually take that, man. I will take those numbers. King of Britain Kingsland is so bad, lol. Bro, the worst leaders I have seen was the OP Alliance from our KVK. They were so bad, like really good fighters, but leaders were retarded. Yeah, I remember that KVK, brother. I remember that KVK, Foxies. Now my kingdom is good. Like we were the best B seed in deaths and kill points, so it's good. No, but he accepted tons of farmers. That's mostly it. Yeah. Well, okay, I'm guessing that he's giving them a chance to see their level of activity, and maybe, like, we did kick a lot of people out, should being said. We did kick a lot of people out as well, so maybe the new members that we have are a lot more active when it comes to the Alliance mobilization, when it comes to all sorts of the events. We will see. We don't exactly know just yet. If for real they took Aver, yeah, man. Who's that motherfucker? Aver didn't deserve to be in 3269 for sure, man. He's a terrible player. He doesn't even know what he's doing most of the time. Like, he's basically like a shit show, to be honest. I don't know why people will even take Aver in. Don't you think? You guys are good at holding flags, lol. I guess we will see the upcoming KVK, brother. I guess we will see. I have no idea so far if we are decent or bad or good. Like, this next KVK will basically reveal a lot about our kingdom. All I know is that since we won 2 KVKs in 3269, I'm willing to lose 2 before I leave. So even if we lose this KVK, I'm willing to give them 1 more KVK before I leave, for sure. Also, I'm staying here for a long time, for sure. See, self-reflecting is the first step to fixing it. Yeah, like, Aver should definitely self-reflect, man. For instance, like, I noticed that Aver doesn't do one thing, like, which is really weird. He never ever kicks or blocks or basically mutes anyone on the chat. Have you seen any streamer not do that? Like, all the streamers usually, when someone gets on their nerves, they just go and do it, but Aver never does. It's crazy, don't you think? 3269 couldn't hold flags for shit, not even a fort. Good field though. Yeah, we do need a little bit more whales when it comes to, like, the strategic objectives, when it comes to forts, when it comes to flags and everything. We do need a little bit more whales and some garrison leaders for sure. We have terrible garrisons, to be honest. For sure, we do need some good garrisons. I do agree with you with that. That the garrisons that we have are not exactly the best. Foxy says, nah bro, you guys were some buns. That KVK 2334 was the only kingdom that held it out of the flag line. OP blocked them from self and you guys were in a corner. Does you guys have like 1 garrison caption? We do, but I feel like we can do a lot better. I feel like when it comes to the garrisons, we can do a lot better, man. Also, I don't remember that KVK being so bad. I feel like you're over-exaggerating it. Like, I do believe that we did a decent amount of help, man. I don't feel like we were that bad. I genuinely do not believe that we were that bad, man. Come on. Like the KVK we had together, Scoots. Were we really that bad as Foxy is saying it? I don't believe so. Now 3269 has a good few, but the best ones are always kill points chasing. True. I don't know, I just saw you and Walker for garrison, but I might be wrong. Kamul is a good garrison leader that we have. We got Miguelian, he's also a good garrison leader. We got HCare, like a good garrison leader, but we need a little bit more, man. We need just a little bit more. We need just a few more guys, you know. Yeah, Walker is also a good garrison leader for sure. But we need them to actually focus on the job, you know. We need them to actually focus on the job whenever we go into a KVK. Like the garrison leaders need to be the garrison leaders. They just cannot be field farming everywhere. We do need them to actually focus on the job. We just followed Terry plan made by camp lead back then, to be fair. Yeah, of course it was a P-man. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of people, a lot of the guys from 3269 that they had a fight with us, they actually went to OP. And funny story, even I was about to go to OP for, like, I was thinking of going to OP because I had a couple of my friends go there, and I was genuinely thinking about it. In the end, I just decided not to migrate because I was thinking to myself, you know what, I'll just give 23, I'll just give these guys like another chance or another shot, and I'm glad I did so because 3269, well, we managed to win the next KVK for sure. But I was thinking of going to the OP as well before. Like whenever, I believe it was Fives who went to the OP if I'm not mistaken, like Fives actually went there. And he was like a really good fighter and a really good friend of mine. He even stopped by the stream sometimes, and I feel bad that things with him didn't work out for 3269. But yeah, I was actually about to go to the OP Alliance for myself. And I do believe that they're like a decent kingdom. I don't feel like they were so terrible. Shame on Easy for using another skill after Craftsman got popped in 2675. Same with our allies, it's KVK. 1169, good fighters, but they don't know how to use markers, lol. Yeah, that's why I keep saying that leadership is actually an art. Not everyone can lead a kingdom. People believe that they can lead a kingdom, but they cannot. I've seen a lot of people believe that they can actually lead a KVK, but they are unable to. They don't know how to do the markers, they don't know how to rally the players, they don't know how to actually be firm and stand strong. And to actually kick out, like they do not have the determination to kick out the players who are unable to perform. So even though like they just are too emotional on the players, they're like, okay, we're just gonna forgive them, we keep forgiving them, like we forgive people for not playing the game, we forgive people for not playing the events, we forgive people for not playing the alliance mobilization event, we forgive the people for not showing up at fights, we forgive the people for not actually doing anything. So to be a leader means that you need to be a little bit good guy and heartless at the same time, and also really smart, and you cannot do it alone. Like I believe this is like the most important thing. A lot of people who play Rise of Kingdoms and are part of leadership, they believe that they can basically do everything alone. It's impossible, man. You need 3 or 4 or 5 people to deal with everything. You need someone to deal with the markers, you need someone to deal with the building, you need someone else to deal with the troops, you need someone else to deal with the overall strategy, you need someone else to deal with letting people like in and out of the alliance. You need basically like you need a good number of people to do everything. Anyway, good night, Excuse. Thank you for stopping by the stream, man. I appreciate that. Bro, to be honest, it's not hard to war lead. Like, if you're active, the hard part is the normal stuff like MG and Dado team. Or diplomacy. It is actually really hard to war lead, man. It is. Like, people believe that they are able to do so, but they are not. Most of the time, they just are unable to focus where the real fight is at. People waste time with doing flags that do not even matter. They waste time with building the wrong way. They do not even know what to do. Like for example, let me give you like a scenario of what our leader was doing once. Like we had like the enemy whales, and we were like we were doing a KVK, and there were like certain enemy whales staying right here, and anyone of us who wanted to go through the gate to actually fight like somewhere in here was getting attacked by the whales. 0 of the war leaders was able to actually rally a group to defend right here. So I'm giving you like a general idea of why it's not so easy. People believe that it's easy, but it's all about details. It's all about seeing where the problem lies. It's all about understanding exactly why the fight isn't going your way. Bro, if I can do war leading, a dead tomato can do it, lol. Well, either you're really smart or you don't know how to do war leading yourself, man. And I'm just being like, I'm playing the devil's advocate right here. So I don't know how good you are at war leading, first of all. Maybe you're like really terrible, or maybe you're like really good at it and you just believe that everyone else is by default, but that's not the case. Or territory, that's hard, lol. I tried and it's impossible. Like some guys are just built for it. Like my territory guy Lini is crazy good at finding 4 drops and stuff. Exactly. Like things are natural. Not everyone can war lead. People believe that they can, but not everyone can be a leader. You need to have you just have to have the character for it, man. You have to have the character for it. You need to be able to solve issues with your presence alone. You need to be like really hard on your guys, but at the same time really really gentle with them. meaning that you need to basically be a really good friend, but at the same time a really good leader. So it's kind of like, friendship aside, we are like part of a game, and this game requires you to do certain stuff, and either you will do them or you get the fuck out. Like, markers are not that hard. The hard thing is territory. Like, if you're semi good at the game, you're chilling. Again, markers are pretty good, man. I do believe that the markers are really important as well. I believe that a lot of people just don't know how to basically make the team wait and attack whenever they want to. So the problem with the markers is kind of like, you need to know how to do the markers so that you can have an obedient team. Sometimes even kicking people out of the alliance. For markers, it's easy. With markers though, the part where you kick some out of for not following markers, that's hard. I just do markers, the voice chat stuff, I leave it to someone else. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's about seeing the people who do not follow the markers and kicking them out, because they need to be held accountable for their actions, and they need to be held accountable later as well. That's just the way it works. Zero tolerations. It's not easy to. I feel like a lot of people believe that it's easy to be a world leader, but it's not, man. I genuinely do not believe that. I feel like people really underestimate what a leader is. And there's no such thing as days off, man. Like, you cannot just take days off as a leader. Most of the time you are just needed around. There's events that you need to take care of. There's like so much stuff that you just gotta take care of. Like migration, that's another thing. I feel like most of the people who are part of the kingdoms, they don't even know how to make a good migration. They just have no idea what to actually look for. Now, personally, even I do not have an idea of what to look for. So that's why I don't do it, you know? All I know is that I see a lot of people basically killing their kingdoms from over buffing them with useless players. Instead of getting real players, you get dead weight back, and you just do not remove, you don't even remove the old dead weight. To the point where the kingdom gets so fat with dead weight that it's impossible to actually win a KVK. All of this that we mentioned is part of war leading. It's part of leadership. And I feel like a lot of people believe that they can do leadership, but they just cannot. They just cannot. It's too much of a rough work. You gotta show up every single time. You gotta know exactly what is wrong with your kingdom in every single aspect. So this is not an easy task. Now that's why I just do war lead markers and garrison swaps, but everything else I never do because it's too much work. Exactly, it's too much work, and you gotta be really paying attention to details, and you gotta really know what you're doing. This is what it means to be a leadership. It doesn't mean just to like place markers or to just accept members, or you need to know what members you're accepting, why you're accepting them. You need to know what players are really powerful but they're just too lazy and they never show up in the fight, so you gotta kick them out. You need to know like which players basically are really good but at the same time they're not active enough throughout the event, so you need to maybe kick them out and maybe get better members who are really good but at the same time really active. You need to know like what is more valuable, a really strong player or a player who's weak but really active. You need to basically measure up everything, man. It's all about understanding everything. Like there might be like a player who's like really good but he's too much of a hothead, he never listens, and all of this matters. As a leadership, you need to know and have a solution to each of these cases. I need to, more than to have a solution, you need to know that these cases exist and where they are. Like you need to know all your members. It's all about statistics, it's all about data, it's all about following up with everyone, it's all about checking in, you know, like just basically being online 24/7, man. If you don't know your kingdom, if you do not know your members, if you do not know your weak strength and your strong strength about the kingdom, then yeah, you're never going to be a good leader, because you cannot even find the problem, let alone solve it. Yeltsin says, I just finished Cock Rock hard mode. I got 4.5 million crystals in total, and now I'm getting 5k crystals an hour too. Let's go, man. Freaking amazing. Let's go. You're a beast, brother. You are a beast. I don't know if I will ever be able to beat your score, but you are a beast. That's amazing, man. That's really amazing, jokes aside. I'm really impressed at how spectacular you are this KVK, brother. By the way, did you win the KVK? Like, what exactly is going on with your KVK, Yelson? I am at 44.5 million crystal spent right now. Let's go, man. Let's go. You will definitely be able to surpass 70 million. Is it 70 or is it 75 million? We have Kingsland in 12 hours? Oh, come on, man. Really? Oh, I would love to spectate at KVK. I don't know if I will be able to do it tomorrow, but if I am able to do it, I would love to spectate at KVK, brother. How does the KVK look like? Do you feel like you got a shot at winning the Kingsland? Are you like favorite? Is the enemy favorite? Like, what do you believe is gonna happen tomorrow? Nobody's able to burn the other kingdom. This is what I'm noticing. I've been spectating this KVK for over an hour and no one is able to burn the other kingdom. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm joking around. Like, no, 60 is actually burning. How? When did it even happen, man? Holy hell. I certainly didn't look that way. And they're burning up here as well. Oh my god, 60 GT is really on the back foot right now. Wow. I have no idea. The enemy is really strong, even though it's a 3 camps versus 1 camp. Wait. You guys are on a 3 versus 1? Like, who is the enemy? Who are you guys fighting? Like, who is this majestic enemy that you will be fighting? I love the idea of a 3 versus 1. How? Like, how strong are these guys? Oh my god. For 1960 to actually be on the back foot so easily, that's really scary. That's really scary, man. I couldn't even... Man, I cannot even believe that that's the case. I can't even believe that 1960 is so hard on the back foot right now. To the point where they're building forts in order to defend their territory. This is how serious the matter is. Like, they are literally building forts to defend their territory. What seed are you guys really strong? The enemy spending is like 60 GT. Who are you guys even fighting? Like, what is the kingdom name? Literally, who are you guys even fighting right now? You got me all curious and shit. Oh my god, like 1960 is actually so hard on the back foot right now. It's impossible to even percept, I guess. It's 3473, so you guys are fighting 3473. Let me just check them out right now. Who are these guys? Let me just check 3473 for a moment. Let me just check them on my phone for a moment. I'm really curious as to who the hell these guys are. Yeah, you're cooked. Is it so bad, really? Like, are these guys really that powerful? Are these guys really that powerful? Oh, it's 73D! Oh, okay, guys. Okay, now I see what the problem is. It's actually 73D. Holy shit. No way you guys are actually fighting these. It's amazing and scary at the same time. It's literally amazing and scary at the same time. Holy hell, man. You guys are literally fighting them. You guys are fighting 73D. I mean, you should be happy about it, should being said. Personally, I would be really happy to fight 73D one day. Like, those guys are literal monsters. Yeah, you're cooked. Bro, I was piloting for them in PES 7. Wait, you were piloting for 73D? Nice. $34.93 is Yosin's KVK, yeah. Oh man, look at this. 2377 is really outperforming 1960 right now. Like, these guys are getting cooked. These guys are actually getting cooked, man. Look at this. Like, they just keep backtracking and going on a back foot. Like, wow. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting this fight to be so one-sided, man. Like, 2377 is really outperforming 1960 so hard right now. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. I mean, Earth has some firepower. I think it will be pretty okay. But water look pretty weak, to be honest. I haven't checked the KVK per se, but yeah. Like Yasin says, it's gonna be pretty difficult KVK. And I know the guy, if a guy like Yasin says that the KVK is gonna be pretty difficult, the guy who literally grinds so hard as Yasin does in Rise of Kingdoms, then I know for a fact that he's not joking around. That KVK of his is definitely not gonna be easy. But it's a really good KVK, man, overall. Like, I can just say that fighting to 73D, it's a chance like no other. I would love to have a shot one day to be fighting 93D. Especially on a 3 versus 1, like, how great is that? To fight 93D on a 3 versus 1. They can't handle 3 cams, they can only handle 2. I guess we'll see tomorrow, man. Yasin, you really gotta go and sleep, man. You have a KVK in 12 hours and you're just staying here around my stream talking. Yasin drop cores. I really want to see your account, lol. I can show you his account, I believe. He should be here. Oh no, I cannot. I cannot because unfortunately I am on my farm account. But 73D ain't that strong. They strong, but not that strong. Well, yeah, I believe so. I believe so, but at the same time, they have a good number of whales. Like, they're a good AC, I would say. I don't know if they're Imperium. I don't believe that they're Imperium, but they're definitely a good AC. No, leave me alone. Oh man, the guy's really nervous about tomorrow's, it seems like. Seems like he's really nervous about tomorrow. Come on, Yasin, you got this, man. I trust you. I trust that you will be amazing at performing tomorrow. I don't trust people who eat banana pizza. Ah, true. True, you gotta be careful around them, man. They use the bananas in a weird way. Wait, this is KVK 4? Yep. For Yasin it is. For Yasin it is. That means that probably 100% they will not be having the best commanders and items and everything else, yeah. It means that they are a relatively really weak kingdom, no matter the power. Their commanders, their armaments, and everything else is not the best. My first season of Conquest, I'm trying to hit 70 million crystals spent. Let's go, man. Let's go. You're a beast, Yasin. You are a beast, brother. You're making me want to grind even harder on this game. I don't know, they found a small hole. The fact that they were able to hold, though, like building a fort drop in the enemy camp, it's difficult because most of the time you are unable to actually keep it up. You are unable to keep the zone right there. It's not the problem of finding the gap and building it, it's more a problem of actually holding it until it's built. Man, Yosin seems like really nervous about tomorrow's fight, and I do understand that. I do understand, like, it's his first season of Conquest, he's having a great KVK, and imagine that he ends up losing it with how much time he's invested into having a strong account. So I do understand you, Yosin. I do feel you, brother. I mean, good part about 1 versus 3 in this map, you have 5 paths versus 3, so a lot more territory difference, definitely. I mean, 1960 is having a good fight over here. The problem is that they are really burning terribly bad down here. So in here, they really cannot hold on. In here, they are just burning and burning and burning and burning. Seems like this tower right here is basically one burn away from being over. Now look at this. Look at how deep into their territory they are being pushed right now. Anyone knows if 1960 is within their active hours or not? Like, which are the active hours of 1960 right now? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They are literally burning this fort right now while literally pulling 1960 so back. Like, they've pushed 1960 to the brick of their cities as they are burning the tower. This is why 2377 is really scary as a kingdom. They have a crazy level of activity. They have a crazy level of activity. It's not easy. It's not easy for 1960 to handle these guys. Like, they are trying, but it's not easy. You know, I believe that what might happen, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, I believe that what might happen is that 1960 is going to lose versus 2377, but 1093 is going to win versus 1365. That's a certain thing that is going to happen. And I do believe that when that happens, it's going to be a great KVK to watch. Even though I'm not going to lie, if 2377 wins over 1960, it's really going to hurt me. If you look at the amount of Twilight Falls skin on the map, you should get that skin too. I would love to get a good skin, man. I would love to get a huge city skin, but unfortunately, I'm focused on other stuff right now. I mean, you know goddamn well that I am gathering the speed up so I can do a Zenith of Power one day. It's just not gonna happen today. But you know goddamn well, man, that one day I will be having one of the best skins around. But I do believe that this upcoming KVK, if I'm like really active, I might be getting the St. Peter's. I do believe I will be able to get the St. Peter's Basilica this upcoming KVK if I'm really active. Because I'm about, well, yeah, it's totally doable to reach 300,000 points, 300,000 shop points in a single KVK. So then again, I did spend the biggest part of those buying the armaments, buying the forts and everything else. I'm sorry, buying the golden heads and everything, but it's just gonna take time, man. Bro, don't get St. Peter's, get Twilight Falls. But St. Peter's is such a good item, man. Like, it would really help out with my infantry. Twilight Falls, on the other hand, I don't know. I don't like it too much. I need to speak with this guy because unfortunately I overpassed the limit of the MG, so now I have to pay 400 million resources to the bank account. Fuck my life. So I had like a limit. I had to go to 12.5 million, and instead I went to 13 million. Give me just like a second. Okay, I just need to write St. Peter's only good if you have 3 or more infantry marches. Quality is the best one. Well, I'm thinking of getting like, well, after this cavalry march, the third march is probably gonna be like another infantry one, so I don't know. I feel like I would be wasting my points on the city skin if I get the Twilight Falls. Oh, let's go. 60 GT is actually getting the upper hand a little bit on this side of the fight. Not too much, but at the same time, I'm seeing that 2377 is building to actually maybe sandwich them, yeah. And now we have the fight going on over here as well. This is gonna be, yep, there's gonna be some fighting over here. 60 kg versus Oh, they're looking to cut them off. They're actually looking to cut 23 to cut 60 MX off. So now we have like a new place where they're fighting. They're fighting around here, and I believe that another place. Oh fuck, I just closed the game. I just closed the game, god damn it. F me. F me. Here's Basilica is bad, 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 lol. What do you mean? Think like this, when you have 5 marches, only max 2 marches get the infantry buff and 4 get skill damage buff. But I will never have 5 marches. So the idea is that as a free-to-play guy, or as a guy who really doesn't spend too much money, I don't feel like I will ever get to the 5 marches, brother. I believe that I will be staying at like 3 marches. And most of the time I will be having probably like 2 infantry, 1 cavalry, or maybe I will go to like 1 archer or something. I don't believe that I will ever be taking that many marches into the field. Like, it's gonna be impossible for me to... Oh fuck. It's gonna be impossible for me to even make it happen. You really, like, I don't know, 1.5 years or something? Yeah, the problem is I don't believe that I can sustain that many marches as a guy who doesn't really pay too much money for the game, you know? But fighting with 5 marches, that will require a huge amount of speed ups and a huge amount of gems and a huge amount of everything, you know? I feel like just staying low at like 50 million power and having like 3 marches would be a lot more beneficial to me. You're going to have minimum 4 marches, like 1 infantry, 1 cavalry, 1 archers, our main, and then I don't know, something else. 4 marches maybe, but 5, I don't know. Like 5, I believe it's too unmanageable for me. So as you were seeing, oh my god, it got too dark right now, but we are literally having like 2 fights right now. We are having a fight over here, we are gonna have a fight over here. So we see that 2377 are basically trying to suffocate, and we are gonna have a fight here as well. So we are seeing that 2377 is really trying to suffocate 19 GT in fighting in as many points as possible, probably because they have realized that they have a lot more whales and a lot more garrison leaders than 1960. So I love the fact that they are trying to diversify the fight as much as possible. I love this. It's a good strategy by them. It's gonna make 1960 trying to disperse as much as they can, and it's not gonna be easy for them to hold on to this situation right now. So now we need some people of 1960 to come to here. We need some people of 1960 to actually come like over here. We need some people of 1960 to come to the zone right here, which is probably being built as we speak. We need some people of 1960 to come to the zone right here, because I believe that they are going to build here as well. We need some people of 1960 to build basically everywhere, man. We need 1960 to be everywhere available on the map. Like, everything is turning into a front line. I love it. I really love it. I only spend on teach and I'm fine. Like, have 6 or 8 farms, chain a bit, and you're fine. 2377 have 20 more players so they can spread 1960 thin. Yeah, that's exactly what they are trying to do right now. They're basically trying to spread 1960 thin all over the map and to make them impossible to fight. And I love that they're doing that strategy. Even though I'm gonna go and repeat myself, I'm a huge 1960 fan, meaning that I do want 1960 to win this 1v1. I still have to recognize that these guys are like pretty powerful. I just gotta be true to myself. Like, these guys are really powerful. Are they burning the flag already? 1960 weren't able to burn this flag. Well, these flags right here are being built. This one is good to go, yeah. The territory over here is built. This one is good to go as well, yeah. It's fine, I don't play soon and carry. I need to wait for the owner to go to sleepy time, lol. What do you mean by the owner? Okay, so this is like the only zone right now where 1960 is actually winning against 2377. Everywhere else they're on the back foot right now. Yeah, like over here the rally has started. Over here is 2377, which is pushing hard with the new flag. Almost built. Yeah, they are pushing 1960 like to the limits. They're really pushing 1960 to the limits. It's not gonna be easy at all for them to manage this owner of the account. Wait a minute, man. You are actually gonna play in this KVK? You're gonna be like a pilot? Yeah, bro, Foxy's Airlines. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Let's go. I didn't even know that you were going to be part of this KVK. I don't know which account you're going to manage. I'm probably... It's best kept that way, but... The fact that you are part of this KVK as a pilot, that's amazing, man. That just shows how good you are at the game, probably. That's amazing, brother. I'm really happy about you. Well, I will be online for like 4 more minutes and then I really gotta call the stream because I'm too tired. And I gotta go to sleep for tomorrow, but... If they let me, lol. Why won't they let you? Oh man. They are literally burning these towers by swarming them. They are burning these towers by swarming them. Just how crazy are these people? I love 2377. They are putting up one of the most amazing fights I've ever seen someone do against 1960. Now, like 1960 and 377 have pilot out the door because biggest KVK right now everyone wants to play account, hard to find account. I don't know, man. Like personally, I don't find much enjoyment. I don't feel like I would find much enjoyment fighting with someone else's account. Like if I were to fight with my account in this KVK, yeah, definitely would be amazing. But to fight on a Wales account, this KVK, it would, I don't know, man. I don't see much about the fun in it, really. Like I've never seen the fun in playing in other people's account. I understand that people do it for the money, but I've never seen someone wanting to pilot someone just for the fun of it. Most of the people who basically pilot, from what I know, they just get paid to do it. Even though it's basically illegal, it's not exactly allowed by Lilith in itself. They don't like the idea of it. But I know that most of the, like the majority of the times that this happens, it happens precisely for this reason. The reason being money. Now, a lot of players for fun, like playing a friend's account or something. I don't know, brother. I don't know. Truth being said, I don't feel like I would have much fun. I love to invest in me. I love to to increase my account. I don't know if I would love too much to play in someone else's account. I don't know if I would find enjoyment in that, is basically what I'm trying to say. But usually hard to find account to play if you're random because of security issues. Like, you can't just ask random guys for account to play. You need to know someone, and you look more legit if you ask for money, you know. So you're telling me that you didn't, like, as a pilot, the pilots do not want the money, they just want to play the account. Nah, man, you're trolling with that. Come on, man. Like, nobody would believe that. Nobody would believe that stuff, that the money is basically just something extra. Personally, I feel like the money is the base, is the real reason as to why people want a pilot. They know that there's people out there who pay like incredible sums, even like 600. I don't know who it was. I honestly don't remember who it was, but I believe even before I started streaming, there was this guy that told me that he was being paid $600 to play someone else's account per month, and he had 3 accounts to play. So he was the guy was doing over 1.8k a month by playing Rise of Kingdoms as a pilot. Now, how crazy is that, man? Again, I know that it's against the rules. I know it's against the law. I'm not condemning it. I'm not being like how amazing it is. I'm just saying there's people in here making a huge amount of money just by piloting accounts. I don't even know how these people get paid and how they get taxed, because it's kind of like, how do you get paid? How do you declare the income? You know, like, how do you do it? Like, personally, I'm thinking about myself right now. Like, suppose for a moment that I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go dark, you know, I'm gonna do it myself, which I'm not, because if I haven't done it so far, I'm probably not gonna do it ever. But my point is, suppose for a moment that you get the money. How do you get the money? And how do you even declare them to the state? It's kind of like, how did you get paid, brother? What did you do? Also, if you pilot for free, it's not against the terms of service. That is true. If you pilot for free, you're not against terms of service, and that's really true. If you're only against terms of service, you pilot for money. But bro, they don't do tax on it. It's black free tax. How though? Like, okay, for example, if I get paid money on Albania, and I have like this huge sum of money, I can't get it through bank. Either I'm gonna buy stuff with it, so I'm gonna buy like material stuff like on Temu or on AliExpress, or I'm gonna buy some stuff like a PlayStation. I don't know what the fuck, but point is, either I'm gonna buy something with that, but it's gonna be impossible for me to get those money from my PayPal account to my bank account, and my bank to allow me to actually withdraw the money. They're gonna be like, where did you find the money? How did the money come from? Like, what is this source of money that is coming to you? This is like the weird stuff. Or maybe you're being paid in crypto, but it's the same thing. Like, the moment you want to cash out, the banks are gonna start asking questions. They're gonna start asking questions. They're gonna be like, where did you get this money? I don't know, like in Sweden, if it's not over $1,000, they do not care. I believe in Albania it's gonna be, it's not just yet, but I believe it's gonna be, oh my god, look at the KVK in here. Look at the fight in here. I believe in Albania it's gonna be over $50. So anything over $50 undeclared, you're gonna have problems and issues with. You can just cash out and put it on your bank account and spend with card however you want. It's crazy. Okay, man, I really want to thank you for stopping by the stream today, but it's time for me to call it a night. Like, I streamed for like an hour and a half. I will probably be streaming for a lot longer tomorrow. If I got a little bit of time, we will be covering the Yosin KVK, and then we will be covering like a little bit more of 1960. But I do want to cover a little bit of Yosin KVK that being said, man, I want to thank you all for stopping by the stream, and I want to see you people into the next one. Do join my Discord. It's free as always, and it's the best way for you guys to know if I will be making live stream. That being said, guys, thank you all, and I want to see you into the next one. Peace.